Auntie Priya. Auntie Priya. First thing, let me congratulate you on your new look. You know, now glowing and you're looking, you know, like a hot girl with your makeup and thing. Thumbs up to them. But let me get down to business. This questioning thing. I want to ask you a question. Oh yeah, I could sugarcoat people so. Oh yeah, I put, you know, bigger people's head, make them feel comfortable with you and then throw them overboard. Now just the other day you do your walkabout and went right at the market square there, Starbrook. You put bins for people to stop littering and so upgrade. I know you want to clean up the city, we know you want to make it look to a standard. But come on, you cannot lift people up like this and then drop them, because you were there and you never even give them people an in that y'all have to move. They talk nice to the people greet you nice and comfortable. Comfortable you feel between them and all this thing. Snakes, boy. This for sure, y'all. People can't be comfortable with y'all and trust y'all. Now you go till there and talk to these people and never give them a hint. Even if you want these people to move, you have to tell them. I have to prepare a place for them. Because remember, that is where those people make the dollars. That is where people make the daily bread money. Right? And you cannot take away bread from people just so. Come on, you gotta do this thing better. You should have noticed those people there right away. Well, we can do. And the next thing I want to get to, why you guys wait till Christmas time to do these things? Why you guys wait till Christmas time to do these things? We're moving people out of the comfort zone. It is not fair. It is not fair. At this time when everybody's looking for it. Come on, man. Y'all gotta do things better. You was there. You could have called and meet and let them people know at least they're gonna know what they're dealing with. But you gonna smile up and gaff but then people go and then next couple mornings, this is it? Y'all wrong, man. Y'all so wrong. No matter how people try to deal with y'all always lash them up and throw them under the bus. That's why I call it throw you under the bus, because no matter how we try to adjust ourselves to this government, it is always wrong with me. I don't know why.
Like I said, you don't put up no place for me place because I invest a lot of money for Christmas and I cannot move from here at this present moment because it's weird as you could see my thing my stand. It's weird as I got. I say I cannot move from here. Anyway, he said that he continued there. Somebody reached out and said you don't put no ply, and I saw him down here. He didn't put no ply, he ended up, he go to the station, I don't know, we tell the police, the police sent for 3 police inside a van with 3 guns, and they come and they telling me how I got to move, the ply then I go up, so I tell you, I say I'm not moving, I can't come to move my thing, and when you can't come, there's when you could fly up here. I just tell you that because I insist I am moving from here. We were not informed by no government minister, the constable, nobody told us anything that we got to move from here. Nobody told us that we got to move from here or nothing. They just come just so they just operate this morning. When the minister come about 2 weeks ago, when she told us that she coming to beautify here, she did not say that she moving us or anything. She said she gave me we stall and that is what it. And I told her, I said, how is walk for ways and I saw. I tell she guys come out and I even sleep out there if it's alright. She said yes. She said go ahead and do it. And this is the plan what they got for me. We didn't know when they call the mayor said he's not he was not conducted. The constable they left shop, everybody left shop. I call the constable for 5 o'clock to tell them. And gun police come out with gun for telling you that they got to nail up here. So I said to them and nail it here because I'm not moving. I don't have nowhere to go. I got to try them to send school. The guy stand me for beg up box to pay for Sunday home. He cannot go to school this morning because of this. So I want to know what's the next move we have been done.
I real upset though. And when we talk, we go to jail. Last 2 weeks, they went out there, keep meeting. Why this morning, why this today, why they can't come back and say something? But we vendors, we doing a small business all them years. Now we got a problem with this government. It's supposed to happen like this. They're supposed to come and tell me, man, we come and block up this place, yeah, you here 2 weeks to me. They said what the police them, I said the guns. If we talk with rights, we can get legs, we can go in prison. You understand? Right now we can't say nothing, we got children to feed our family. Priya Manickchand come and talk to me, but a month ago she said the place is little dirty. I said, man, we gotta get BIMs on this place to keep this place clean. They bring the BIMs to see improvement. Now, vendors and people will walk in the road showing things in the BIM. We're not in a problem with the BIM no more. Now it's a different process. It's a different process. You can't come now, set people form, tell people that vendors, we can put you all a place that you have to do your business because we got little works going on here. Now this is a bully thing. This is not cooperation no in this country. We not want to go one nation and spend pay with our family. Here's what going on right now. I'm not a politician. I start for the rights. I don't side for nobody. I'm not a politician. I start for the rights. I got family. I score in bash time to y'all. I got family. I got children to look after. I can't go and thief. And then on the road doing different things. I got brand. I got hustle. 25 years I've been for. And there's not right. This could never be right as human being. I feel like a dog, a slave. This like prison to me.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm selling credit, you understand? You sell top up GTV, member, you understand? I just come. I have 2 kids, you understand? I said I just come to buy my daughter to school, you understand? This is why I'm not even notice, not even nothing. How Priya could work like this? She coming in and telling people about the artist and all this and nothing. Priya only could work, so nothing. You never give people a notice or nothing. This is you coming in town from. What with me? This is nonsense, but it's total nonsense. This is something, buddy. People gonna live this Christmas time. What the hell? Y'all never give the people no freaking crash can. And then y'all just come just to put in a whole wall or nothing without a notice. It's not when you do things, it's how you do things, buddy. Nothing at all. This woman coming in town, walking and greeting people and smiling and shaking hands and going on like if you know all is well without even a notice. Priya, what gonna happen, buddy? What gonna happen to we? What gonna happen to we children?
But tell me something, everyone here is talking about the fact that they did not get a notice.
There was...
But how giving you a notice would have helped you in the process?
What do you mean how giving a notice would have helped? It would have given you ideas to what to do. It would have given you a plan. You know, whether they sit and consult with you, tell you something, whether they got some, this is no plan, this is bullying, just like the current thing. This is bullying. She bullying, they're bullying people, buddy. This is what people vote for. This is what people vote for. I didn't vote for this. I did not vote for this, and I'm totally pissed and angry. They need to come up with a plan or something and tell people something. You just can't go down just like this. This is what we say. This is bullying. It's bullying the bullying people.
Thank you. Good morning. Could you tell us?
I'm a vendor out there. I would like to know what really going on. I came out here this morning to vend and I saw like the prison lane. They block up, nobody didn't come and notify me and tell me that well we gotta move or nothing. Or there ain't no construction work or nothing. So this is very ridiculous. I have bills to pay and if I can't say what's gonna really happen, I gotta go on the streets. And I can't afford to go on the streets right now. So I'm asking the president, the vice president, whoever in charge, to please come out here and notify and let me know what really going on. At least whatever they gotta do. January they could do it. They can't do it now. People invest a lot of money to do the business out here. And it's not fair to people invest now Christmas time. They didn't even notify people that, well, this thing had happened that people won't invest the money. You just come and fence a place that the prison people in.
Vendors outside of the Starbucks market expressing concern about the fact that they came this morning and saw a plywood wall be constructed to partition the area outside of the market so that stage can be built. What do you sell?
Coconut water, drinks, every day. And I can't sell it one place, another place, not food. I sell it out there long. I pay revenue every day, buddy. Every week I pay me revenue. The people don't even give you no notice, nothing. I start blocking our food, man.
Yet another vendor expressing concern about what they say is a lack of notice by the government before this area has been partitioned by plywood, so that the local government ministry can construct what they say is a stage as part of the upgrade and beautification of the area. The stallholder for the stand said that she usually sells here, but this occasion, as she does every Christmas, she invested thousands of dollars in purchasing stocks for the Christmas season. And now she is at a loss as to what she will do with her stocks if she's not allowed to sell in this area. The majority of the vendors complained bitterly here this morning that they were given no notice to facilitate their alternative arrangements for them to sell out here. Looking across here, police has turned out with firearms, shotguns, and they are prepared for any possible eventuality, any possible resistance that may come by the vendors who insist that they needed to be located here. The Guyana Police Force, as well as City Constabulary, they are also out here keeping a watchful eye on any eventuality that may arise out of any possible resistance by vendors to the construction works that are commencing here. Workers early this morning, according to the vendors, began constructing this partition, so to speak, fencing off this area outside of the front of the Starbuck market, so that they can build what they say is a stage as part of the upgrade works for the city. Earlier today, the local government minister, Priya Manickchand, told me in an interview that she acknowledged that there were some communication issues by the contractor and the vendors, and she also pointed out that this will be a temporary dislocation for the few vendors who usually apply their trade here. But at the end of the day, when the works are completed, vending will be allowed to continue around the stage. She also acknowledged that works like these will result in some resistance, but at the end of the day, the works are necessary for the upgrade of the city. As you may have been reading and seeing over the last few weeks, following the September 1 general and regional elections, the central government has taken a decisive position in terms of upgrade works in the city. On the other hand, the city council has been maintaining that they have not been consulted in these works, whether it be drainage or other infrastructure work. As a legally and democratically elected city council, they ought to be consulted, but unfortunately this is not occurring at this moment. We did see in the past few days, though, that there were engagements between the mayor and the local government minister. We're not exactly sure if those engagements included any specific reference to these works outside of the Starbuck market.
guys. We nobody else.
Morning.
We start paying revenue.
Okay, based on some media information I had this morning from various newscasts and so on and so forth, I realized that there was something happening at the Starbuck Market Square, which would displace a number of vendors. Alfred Mentor, Mayor Georgetown, when it comes to people earning and the ability to earn, I will obviously support that. In relation to the displacement of those persons here, the concept of the Christmas tree was told to us. The concept itself also showed how there would be some beautification here. The implementation aspect and so without notification is what I have a challenge with. And the timing at Christmas time to be able to have this done. I know the Christmas tree itself, I could understand that because it's Christmas time, but in relation to displacing a person and not giving them a chance to be able to run. So what I'm trying now to do is to figure out the number of persons that will be affected and how we could accommodate them and how I could speak to this development that's happening. And if it is that this development has to be suspended, we will have to do so, because I'm a bit concerned at persons coming in the middle of the night. I'm putting up this here without the town clerk or the council themselves educating the person and giving them notice and to let them know how they will be accommodated and so on and so forth. So I am uncomfortable as the mayor, understanding what is happening here, and I will have the necessary discussions with the Ministry of Local Government who is actually doing this, so that we could find a common ground and we could find a way in which we could address this issue. And if we did that, based on the challenges I'm hearing from the various vendors here, it doesn't appear that they are pleased. So it's my responsibility to be able to find the most compromising arrangement so that I can address this issue moving forward. So I've had discussions with many of the vendors just now. They're not very comfortable. Some persons selling food can't access the place. Some persons invest hundreds of thousands of dollars for the Christmas to be able to sell their appliances, and they wouldn't have the visibility. I'm hearing that yes, the barricades may be for a couple of weeks, but that in itself would affect the people's ability to earn. So I have to address this issue. I've already spoken to the PS. I haven't reached out to the ministry just yet, but I will be doing whatever I have to do. If this construction or this whatever they're doing here has to be suspended, we will have to so do.
But what powers do you have to suspend?
Well,
Activity here.
The activity here itself, I only learned about it this morning. What I'm saying to you is that the concept was discussed with us at a meeting we had at Central Housing and Planning concerning the beautification of this venue and the placing of a Christmas tree. That concept was discussed with us last week. The actual implementation and the putting it into being is not one that we could have had an interface with the vendors to be able to have this in place. What I did learn about this is that it took me by surprise, so I had to leave whatever else I'm doing to turn up here this morning.
Mr. Mayor, what powers do you have to suspend these operations here?
What?
What powers do you have to
This
suspend?
is the property of the main city council. This is a car park that concerns the Starbuck Market Square. Anything that happening within the city concerning properties of the main city council has to have consultation with us. Anything to do with this park or this place, come to us for approval as it relates to renting of it, using of it, or otherwise. So if this kind of situation is happening here, we will have to have our constabulary involved. We don't want to get into the dark fight with the government. We want to beautify the place. We believe beautification is necessary. We believe development is necessary, but it can't come at the cost of the vendors. At the end of the day, the vendors must earn, and we must be able to find alternative arrangement if that's the case, how we could have put that in place. But to come overnight and deal with this I have a problem and I have a concern.
But Mr. Mayor, when the concept was presented to you, did you ask questions about what it will entail?
I didn't hear you.
When the concept was presented to you, did you ask questions about what it will entail?
Oh, yes. No, what was shown to us and what we got an idea about was the Christmas tree. Anybody, when you see the concept, it speaks of a Christmas tree. And I mean, it's Christmas time, and people would, if the government of Ghana want to put up a Christmas tree, I would have a challenge with that. We are putting up a Christmas tree in the compound of the city council. The government of Ghana had asked about putting up a Christmas tree. I don't see a challenge with that. I believe it will beautify this particular area, but these other aspects here which will displace vendors is a major issue.
Did they say whether the Christmas tree will be part of a platform or a stage, a concrete platform or a stage?
I see the Christmas tree in the whole thing. I don't know about all the other aspects.
Well, they never told you that?
No, they showed us briefly this concept in a meeting that we had. All right, and that was basically it. In relation to the processing and execution and the development and how we will have it introduced wasn't really fleshed out.
So no reference was made to the platform or the stage?
No, none of that. We had any knowledge concerning those things. I'm saying that I'm willing to work with the beautification, but if it's going to displace vendors and cause those persons not to be able to earn and benefit, that is something we had to have created alternative kind of things, and we had to come and walk this place to be able to figure out what other alternative arrangement we could put in place temporary while this is being done. But that wasn't put in place.
What the Public Secretary told you this morning?
He sent me the concept. The actual, I have a copy of it on my phone.
You said you spoke with him this morning?
This morning. Let me hear you.
Mr. Man, average how many vendors apply this trade out here?
What I'm seeing here, there are a few vendors in here, there's this lady here, there's somebody else that sells food, and a guy that come in with a truck and do a number of different things. I'm seeing that there may be a situation where some persons will be displaced, but even if they're displaced temporarily, we could put them somewhere else to allow for that. But I'm saying that the consultative process wasn't put in place so that those persons could have had a better understanding of what's happening. I'm saying that the concept was briefly told to us, the actual implementation so that we could have the consultation with those persons and let them understand what will happen wasn't put in place. And that is where I have a challenge. So we will have to try and find a way to work around those challenges and to see how we could accommodate those spots. And as long as they could be accommodated around whatever plans we wish to have, we will do that. But if it can't, then this whole thing will have to be suspended.
Did you get any commitment from the Permanent Secretary?
No, he's supposed to meet me here.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Speaking there with the Mayor of Georgetown, Alfred Mentor, outside of the Starbucks Market, where the central government has overnight constructed a plywood fence or wall so that they can construct what they say is a concrete platform per stage. The vendors say they were not consulted.
And you told them to move them and you are not saying not to move them. Everything else, Christmas time, everything is set this stuff and beautify this stuff. They're going to beautify the Christmas tree. Fight for we, we fight for you.
Everyone's supposed to go from here.
The Guyana Police Force officers and other ones, as well as city constabulary members, are out here to provide support so that the work by the central government can be facilitated for the construction of what the Ministry of Local Government, Priya Manickchand, says is a concrete stage that is part of the greater beautification process for the city. The work is continuing. The vendors are saying that they needed to be consulted about so that alternative arrangements could have been put in place for them to remove from this area. The local government minister earlier today assured that after the construction works are completed, the vendors will be free to return but this is part of a greater beautification of the city. Until we come back to you again with another update, this is Dennis Football saying have a great day.